Hello friends. 5 years ago, I had heard of Bitcoin. That time, it was in the news because of its volatility. Few people were saying it could be very risky investment. Back then, the price of one Bitcoin was around 940 Australian dollar. And today, one more time, Bitcoin is in the news of because of its all-time high price. The price of one Bitcoin is now 82,109 Australian dollar, which made me really very curious to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So today we'll discuss on three major points. First, what is cryptocurrency and why do we need it? Second, how cryptocurrency actually works. And third, how can we invest in cryptocurrency? But before learning about cryptocurrency, let's find out that how our paper currency came into existence and how it actually works. So a few centuries ago, no money. Then how did people used to buy or sell anything they want? Well, it's all started with a barter system. Now imagine, there are two persons. One is farmer and another who catch fishes. Farmer has a vegetable but want some amount of fish, and another person has fish but he also wants some amount of vegetable. So they exchange in themselves, and this system called barter system. But there were some major issue in barter system. For example, if any shoemaker wants to get a haircut, but the cost of pair of shoes were higher than a haircut, and shoes cannot be divided into pieces, hence no barter take place. For solving that kind of issue, we came to coin, where people start using gold and silver coin to buy or sell anything they want. But carrying so much of gold coin or silver coin were also not safe, because group of people can easily snatch coin from an individual person. So that's where when bank came forward, bank made all people to deposit their coins, and in return bank gave a paper of same value, and everything became centralized. It means now bank and government will manage our money. And how banks are managing our money, everyone knows it. Just kidding. That's how we got our paper currency. Venezuela and Zimbabwe were two countries who printed unlimited notes, and now they are suffering from a hyperinflation. To avoid this kind of inflation, a person had an idea and he published a paper on the internet about cryptocurrency. According to him, cryptocurrency is a virtual currency which you cannot see or cannot touch. It's an electronic form of cash that would allow payment sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. It's a decentralized thing. So there is no official group of people who sit and track your money like bank does. So that's how cryptocurrency came into existence. Now, two things which plays major role in working of Bitcoin. First, whole network of people, and second, cryptography. Like I said, there is no official group of people who sit and track your Bitcoin. In fact, anyone can sit and make the entry of transaction of your Bitcoin in their ledger. It all works because there are lots of people who keep the track of same thing to make sure that all the transactions are accurate. To understand this better, let's take a simple example. Imagine you and your friends are playing the game of a poker, but none of you have a poker chips and money. So, some of you guys start writing down who bets how much, who wins, who loses, etc. But you cannot trust completely on anyone. So all the people start writing down the same data. Who bets how much, who wins, who loses. And after a couple of games, you can tell your data with all the players. So if anyone tries to cheat you, you can catch him very easily. So that's why in cryptocurrency also, lots of people keep the data of same thing. So it becomes nearly impossible to change any kind of data. Now take the example of a notebook in which you guys were noting down all the data of poker, who bets how much, who wins, who loses. And now consider the single page of your book which is full of data as a block. And book has hundreds and hundreds of pages, which becomes a kind of a chain of block, hence blockchain. A person on which makes entry of Bitcoin called sledge, and sledge full of entry is a block, and the chain of such blocks known as blockchain. And whenever you transfer Bitcoin, You have to give few details to Bitcoin network, like your account number, the account number of second party, and the number of Bitcoin you are going to transfer, which helps Bitcoin network to make entry on Sledge and keep the blockchain up to date. Now, you can ask one question that sharing account number and other details could be dangerous. Well, it's true. So that's where second thing, cryptography comes into play. When you create an account on Bitcoin network, which you might have heard called wallet, this kind of account linked with two types of key. One private key and second is a public key. So whenever you send message to Bitcoin network, you have to mark that message or sign that message with a private key which only you have access to and nobody else can replicate. And after that, you send this message to Bitcoin and everyone can use your public key to make sure your signature checks out. The people who make Ledger, what they get? They get the most valuable thing, Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a built-in system and every single Bitcoin that exists, it was created to reward people who make Ledger, and such people also known as miner. So when any miner win the race to add a block in a blockchain, they get some amount of Bitcoin, and this number of Bitcoin keeps on decreasing by half. Probably around 21 million Bitcoin will be mined in the year 2140, and after that, no Bitcoin will be created. Now here comes our last question, that how can we invest in cryptocurrency? Well, if we talk about US, Coinbase, Cash App, BISC and Binance are some popular names. And in India, CoinSwitch Kuber, CoinDCX, OctaFX are some popular platforms where you can open your account and invest your money.